Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Finally, Nicco Montano versus Valentina Shevchenko is in the works for UFC 228 in Dallas. Contracts have been sent out. One side has signed their contract, and we all know what side that is. Valentina Shevchenko has been waiting on this title shot ever since she put one of the most one-sided beatings in WMMA history on Priscilla Cachoeira. Valentina Shevchenko is now in her rightful weight class. I mean, this division has not been available in the UFC, 125 pounds for the females. They've only had a 115-pound division and 135-pound division. But Valentina Shevchenko, being one of the best female fighters on the planet, was doing her thug dizzle whooping ass up in the 135-pound division and made it all the way up to a title shot. She actually ran through former champion Holly Holm. She had one of the closest fights, actually, if not the closest fight. She was the closest one to beating Amanda Nunes of all of her competition. I'm talking about in her title defenses. Some people even felt like Valentina Shevchenko won the fight. So Valentina Shevchenko is a girl that could have been fighting at 125 pounds this whole time, but has still been proven she's one of the best at a weight class up. That is terrifying. If you're a 125-pound fighter, to know that now she's in her rightful weight class. It don't matter if you're the champion or a contender. Fighting Valentina Shevchenko is an uphill battle, and it seems to a lot of the fans and even some of the other, media members as well, that Nicco Montano has been ducking her motherfucking taco. And we saw this with Jermaine Durandamy when she was supposed to fight Chris Cyborg. She gave us 1, 2, maybe 3 different excuses, and before she eventually was stripped of the title, like, yeah, I'm just not gonna fight her. Sorry guys, so you can either take my belt or we'll see what happens. But I'm about to go do my thing. So the UFC stripped her of the title because she didn't want to fight Chris Cyborg. Now, here we have a situation where Nicco Montano, she's been injured multiple times, but still there have been reports that the UFC is losing their patience with Nicco Montano as she continues to sit out and not defend her belt. But she won this belt at the Ultimate Fighter. She won the show, and when you won the show, you got crowned the champion. Now, since then, I believe she had an ankle injury, was her first injury, if I'm not mistaken, and then most recently she had her tonsillitis or tonsillectomy, where she got her adenoids removed. But now finally it looks like this fight is in the works. Now we just have to wait on Nicco Montano to sign the contract, but if she doesn't sign this contract, I have a feeling she's going to get GDR'd. I really don't think I think UFC 228 might be the last day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't fight at UFC 228. I'm sorry, sweetie. This division's got to move on, and maybe that happens, but we'll see. I think Nicco Montano will sign the contract. I think she knows her time is coming. I don't think she can really extend this much longer if that's what she's doing, and that's not a fact. We don't know that. We do know she's been dealing with injuries. That's a fact. She's got the doctor's notes, but we don't know if she's going to fight Valentina Shevchenko. But I do think we will know that in the coming month, and definitely before UFC 228. And if she doesn't take the fight, I say strip her, man. It is what it is. If you don't want to lose, even if you got another good excuse, yeah, man, I got my third injury. Sorry, man, people fight injured all the time. I mean, we'll give you 2 bad injuries, but if it's just like a fucking, people literally get injured in their fight camps all the time. So an injury isn't really a good excuse to pull out of 3 fights in a row with the same person. That's all I'm saying. So if she did, or for whatever reason found an excuse to not fight at UFC 228, maybe we could see Nicco Montano versus somebody else like Sarge Eubanks, or one of these female flyweights that are willing to fight Valentina Shevchenko. Jessica Rose Clark, she just lost to Jessica I, but at the same time, she's a girl that was looking forward to a fight with Valentina Shevchenko. Jessica I, Liz Carmouche. We got some girls in this division that are starting to really work themselves out into the top 10, top 5, and they're going to be ready to challenge Valentina Shevchenko if she can ever get her hands on the belt. And I'm sure she signed her contract that's actually been confirmed by CSH Combat Sports. Coach Shelton Harrison did confirm that Valentina Shevchenko has signed the contract. Now, Ariel Helwani did say one person signed it. He didn't say who, probably because he didn't want to really put the pressure on Nicco Montano, because the last time he did that, boy, did she snap back. Holy smoke, she came out after Ariel Helwani's dome. But it is what it is. He just said one side has signed, and I think all of us know which side that is. If it was Nicco Montano, Valentina Shevchenko would probably be fucking jumping for joy, telling somebody, she signed! She fucking signed! She signed! But I don't think that's the case. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully the contract gets signed and the deal gets done for Nicco Montano to fight Valentina Shevchenko at UFC 228 in Dallas. I'll keep you guys updated. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit the bell right next to it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And this is the hardest working MMA channel on YouTube. We provide daily updates, predictions, betting advice, we do songs, we do fantasy fights. We've interviewed Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, Bruce Lachmedio, and Felony Charles Bennett, all in just 1 year as an MMA channel. We're one of the fastest growing MMA channels on the net, but we're still small, so make sure you guys go check out the Full-Time MMA Dojo if you want to learn how you can become a full-time MMA black belt. And while you're there, you can see where this MMA channel started from, some of the goals we have for the channel, and even more cool videos just like this one if you enjoyed it. So thanks again to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're just lurking and this is your first time seeing a video, appreciate that as well. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.